Yes.
Un saludo muy especial a toda la gente de YouTube, sobre todo el canal de Wendie, que ha venido a conocer un poco de la historia de Pablo Escobar Gaviria acá en la ciudad de Medellín. Mi nombre es Nicolas Escobar, sobrino mayor de Pablo Escobar y propietario del Museo Pablo Escobar en Medellín. Y mi canal de YouTube, Soy Escobar, la historia continúa. Ahí los espero a todos ustedes y, por qué no, también acá en mi museo. Cuídense mucho. Chao, chao. Bye, bye.
People always tell me all night and day that I shouldn't let her treat me this way. How can she understand that I love her? And to me she's a queen.
Hello! So today's video is all about the tawag nito yung kay Pablo Escobar. So dito kami sa museum ni Pablo Escobar. And I'm gonna tour you guys with me. So ngayon, andito kami sa museum ni Pablo Escobar. Yung mga binibenta. Diba? Grabe.
Tunes and tell us how the government make the cocaine with the cocaine.
Okay. Yeah.
And how he built all his empire.
Imperial, yeah.
Yes, right.
Okay, nice. Is that in English or?
Yeah, okay, this is all in English.
Yes.
This is actually just
So,
in
andito kami
Spanish.
kay
But the cartoons
Pablo
are in
Escobar.
Spanish.
Ayan, dito na kami.
Guys, your first guide is here. To give you the time to take the photos.
So, ayan yung mga sasakyan ni Pablo Escobar ba? Oh my God, ayan siya. Ayan. Oh my God. Ayan.
To take them down. So he called him and said, hey, if you keep making that, now I'll send you to the jail for your whole life. So he got scared and had a picture of Pablo Escobar making the business as he liked. And that was the pavements, not the operations being traced, then Hebrew. And last, to control the business from Asia and Africa now into Europe, Earth. He was a cocky that 91 hired the two-time winners of a soccer World Cup, Diego Armando Maradona, to play to him and his personal friend, René Higuita, who the inventor for the carpet gig. Then on the 3, an informal football match that Maradona agreed to go to play there in the jail when Pablo paid $5 million of military officers. Second worst, when I got in that place in a luxury hotel from Dubai. Last and worst, at night a wild party started going on where I met them. His brother Roberto was the painter for it. So that's why you see the name for the startup. Pablo has 7 brothers and sisters, including me. The oldest is Roberto Escobar. First, he was part of the national team of cyclists. And that he was owner of a startup and robbery, 1969. He was the painter for that. Every time he won the race, he moved up to use another car. And to Gustavo Gaviria, who was the second in the cartel management, But a business partner he had and started to Pablo from very beginning. Pablo never started in the traffic initially. He was a smuggler, and he worked to the most famous one here in Colombia. Alberto, you were the one to ask me for the wire. Someone asked, okay, come to see hanging right here. Pablo asked Americans company restore the car as the presidents of the US own their own. Roof, windshields, doors, the fuel tank, tire underneath the plate to reduce the impact of the bomb. Needs this very prideful, and he used it to avoid the penetration of bullets all the way through inside. Guys, remember the motorcycle for the ride through inside the US with canals to live it, and it was possible for him to make it there, even with his visa null and void. Even he dropped off 84th to have a picture right in front of the Washington White House to his son, even who was most wanted. And that's why same day, Gustavo Gaviria, Nicolas Escobar, and a bodyguard went in front of the Pyramid of Egypt, where was 5 more. This was the cover that if you see this like this, what will you think it is? Just a cabinet,
Yeah.
a regular one. But now, with the cover out, then you see what is it for. There inside, he put art, weapons, art, gold bars, and jewels, but signed it up originally for scaring anyone stealing from him. This is 5 tons, and it was Monaco building. This is baby girl there inside of a ranch, and it's coming from the Mexican Syracuse Brothers Gasca. Here is his nephew. The whole tripulants of the car died. He was convinced to make him, and if you keep making that, I will kill your mother, your father, and your grandmother. Your grandmother is dead, don't worry. I will bury her back cover of the grave and shot her again. I will kill your dog. You don't have one. Nothing to eat or sell. This is the main landfill of Medellin.
He built the house.
When
for
he saw
Columbian
that,
people.
he said, this is the worst way to live. But even worse is
Diba? Kasi mahirap doon, mahirap.
huge one
And
was
then
a
he built
church
these houses
that I told you he
for
built
the poor
to the
people.
saint that he went to pray every time before ranch, every time he needed to get to the sessions of the Congress and heliport and the airport inside. I told you family travel in a tripper for making the trip faster of 6 hours in a car to 40 minutes.
Kaya
there
iba
in
yung
a
kulay niya kasi pag iba, may witness nakita, anong kulay ng motor niya? Red. Pag dito, red. Tapos doon black. O diba? Ang
That is the
galing.
picture for the Monaco building. Hiding there. Laurelus.
How he died.
Let's say that it's a personal assistant of his mother almost 20 years. The last man they were trusting because the rest were dead, were heroes. And we were to know that they were internationally humiliated.
Tapos, yan yung ginamit ni Pablo Escobar nung nag-drop siya ng mga drugs to Miami. Yung asawa ko, ayan. Hello, my love. Are you happy? Or is okay, ah?
He built like that.
Yeah.
May password,
To
so
protect
nag-open.
everything there, I already
Oh my
destroyed,
God.
right?
Ang galing.
So how? Initially, he put the money in between of the walls. That's why I was telling you that the walls were bulletproof. Then, when the money became bigger, it was in rooms underground to protect these, then the vault, and of course, for the safe, the tunnel. Who led Pablo from here to another stash out beyond, right in front. When you write these, because to make them stronger and avoid the police
Ayan, may
coming
stash.
inside.
Para ilagay yung pera. Grabe, no? Ang galing. Lahat ng pictures ni Pablo. Titignan nila ako. Diba?
That gray one, I shut up there inside. In this blue one, he was attacked. And these, where you can see everything I described. So you can don't go to
Mother. And ito yung nasa Narcos. Nag-smile siya nung nakulong.
yeah. Here, there inside. Then to look how strong was it, because this is a high caliber 30 Israeli long range fossil 12 caliber shotgun 9mm Glock, and he could resist this because of the cover I told you, to avoid the penetration of all this all the way through. And that's why Pablo never used a car more than 5 tips, as I told you. Carrying in every trip he made $150,000. To the last, the pilot said, Pablo, Patron, I really can't carry there inside $2 million to overweight this.
So yan yung original na plane na ginamit ni Pablo. Diba? Galing.
The little single construction there inside. You told me? That Black Ticket 2 was $1 million. There was always been pairs of a male and a female, so to reproduce, but herbivores to live free, not inside of the cage. You saw the picture of James Bond, 17, they're inside. About the arena, not for the fight, but for decoration, they're inside. Houses for the workers to live.
I know, shop. It was a kingdom
With his
at that
son.
time.
With his son.
Estudió conmigo en Suiza.
So yung naka-orange siya, yung na-electrocuted siya, yung pamangkin ni Escobar. So follow him, Soy Escobar, that's his YouTube channel. And to push it.
Well, as I told you, live Rio Negro, where Pablo used to live until he came to live Envigado, where he built the jail, right? She was an informal teacher and he was a farmer for whole life. Remember, Roberto Escobar was the oldest brother, the one to be the painter, the accountant of a cartel. Remember the two sisters who counted the money? It was her, Gloria Inez, and her, Alba Marina. On her house was the place where Pablo left the money to be counted. His Algemiro, the one that I told you was so separated that never wanted to be recognized, was like the gossiper one to know what brothers did to get the money. For the one you met, my boss, Nicolas Escobar, he's the son of his brother Roberto, so he's
Ayan
Pablo's
yung namit
nephew.
namin. At anak na painter.
You missed that part, 3 hours and give
Yan. At
And if you don't,
ito siya yung
many
na-electrocuted.
houses of
Buhay
their
pa rin siya.
politicians,
Siya yung
police
nakapicture
officers,
namin.
military officers, and their families, then to put your mother, your father, and your grandmother. Your grandmother is dead, don't worry. I will bury her back over of the way and shot her.
Pero buhay pa rin siya.
Do you have a
siya.
dog? I will shot her.
Tapos
But
yung
if you
YouTube
don't,
niya.
I will buy one for you. And when you'll get to love it, I'll shot it too. And I love the phone. 20 minutes later, he was free.
Buhay. Grabe, no?
He's hey.
So, ayan. Ayan yung mga jet ski ni Pablo. Original, ha? Original. Diba? Ayan, sa James Bond movie. Diba? Ang ganda pa ng location, kita mo. Sobrang ganda. Tapos kita mo sa ayan. Hello, my love. Are you happy?
Certainly.
Sobrang nag-enjoy kami. Grabe, worth it talaga. So, if you're going to Medellin, please come by to Pablo Escobar Museum. I'm so happy. Ayan. Ano to? Hindi ko alam kung ano yan. Oh, yung jail niya. Jail niya. Jail ni Pablo Escobar. Ayan. Grabe, no? Who's this priest? So, that's it. Tapos na po ang aming tour kay Pablo Escobar. Diba? Ang saya-saya. Marami akong natutunan. Grabe, ang dami niyang pera. Pero feeling ko hanggang ngayon, meron pa din. So, ayan. Pakita ko sa inyo, ha? Wait lang. Ayan, yung mga graffitis. Ayan. So, bye!